journey of a season shows ups and downs. It's what takes place when you're down that determines what kind of man you are. As the sun rises upon the Big Three at the Big E, many drivers' quests to be kings started very early. It's go time for these drivers, and what has went right for some and wrong for many. Tonight, these drivers get to rewrite the script from the lows. Who shows scars, wounds from battles? Who here needs to rewrite their script? Grass Kaiser goes upside down. Ellie slams forward into the wall, and we have absolute carnage on the front stretch. Walkman goes up in the air, end over end. And after this wreck on the backstretch, several of these cars are going home. It's time to rewrite the script. It's the night before the Kings of Millertime, right here at the Big E, Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. I'm your host tonight, Ryan Griffith, and it is a picture-perfect evening here at Eldora Speedway for the 360 Sprint Cars. It's been a long season, Season 7. Kenny Hoffman comes into tonight with the points lead, so he could go away tonight with some extra money in his pocket if he can win this point series. It just needs to have a really good outing here. He doesn't have to win the race, he just needs to have a solid performance tonight here at Eldora Speedway. As you can see, the cars are on the track right now, and those guys are out there taking hot laps out on the speedway. Get you down closer to the racing action and let you see some of these hot lap sessions around Eldora Speedway as we speak. First hot lap session is concluded. They are taking 5 laps around the speedway. First hot lap session is in the books. And the fastest guy out there on that speedway in that first hot lap session was Sean Stevens of the 26 machine with a 13.158 for Sean Stevens. Next group will be rolling out here momentarily on the speedway. As this is the night before the Kings of Millertime, the winner of the point standings tonight walks away with an extra $100. The Race of Champions, that'll be tomorrow night, and you don't want to miss that one. That's at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And that Race of Champions, another $100 is out there on the line for that one. Then that night, tomorrow night, is the big race, the Kings of Millertime, $300 to the winner in that one. Total for this weekend is $2,100 out there on the line for these drivers here in iRacing Sim. And we can't do this broadcast and this league without the help of some sponsors out there. Some great sponsors. GNR Drywall is one of them. Leppo Rents. And also Jake's Electric. Dykstra Construction, Doobie, and also Bell IT Solutions. I'm sorry, Dubby. I think I was talking like Steve Miller there for a second. But anyway, the next hot lap session cars are out there on the Speedway, and they're going to be turning lap times out there. See who the fastest car is out there. That's him kicking off in there in the 11 machine. See there, your lap time still Sean Stevens sitting the fastest over the last 5 laps of an average. That's based on average right there. Sean Stevens being the fastest guy on the track over the last 5 laps. We'll get into qualifying here momentarily, but right now we are still in hot lap sessions. Got 1 or 2 more hot lap sessions there. You see the fastest lap turned here in the hot lap session. Still Sean Stevens at 13.158. And then Chase Wolf there sitting second quick at a 13.191. So we await the next group flight to go out there and turn some laps. As you can see, the track's starting to widen out down there. You see that starting to blow off just a little bit there. Still Sean Stevens is the fastest out there. Clayton Tilley second. Or I'm sorry, Clayton Tilley, yes. Clayton Tilley third. Quickest out there on the Speedway as your next car is rolling out there on the Speedway. And it does look like we are rolling it over into qualifying for the night. That first car out there on the Speedway is that 11 machine from Allentown, Pennsylvania, the 11 of Kenny Hoffman. Kenny Hoffman there getting in the wall a little bit there on the exit of 4 to try to set up his first lap. Kenny Hoffman's first lap is going to be a 13.721. 13.721 for Hoffman. Next car that's rolling out there on the Speedway is going to be the 4-star machine of Tyler Street. Tyler Street from Fredericktown, Ohio. And that 4-star machine still looking for a victory on this season, believe it or not. His first lap is a 13.624 for Tyler Street. Here on the exit of 4, looking for just a little bit more. Let's cross the line. He's going to be still second, 13.293. Next car that's out there on the Speedway, well, that's going to be that 17 machine of Eric Whitner. Eric Whitner from Berwick, Pennsylvania. He's been a top qualifier 4 times this season. His first time by at a 13.753. 13.753 here on the exit of 4. He will look for quick time coming out of 4. Does look like he did tap the wall there in turns 1, so that lap will not post that second lap. So a 13.753 for Eric Whitner. Not a good start for Eric Whitner there in the 71 machine. Next car that has been out there on the Speedway is that 49 machine. Rookie this year, Ryan Avelia. Ryan Avelia in that 49 Speed Shop 51 machine. Ryan Avelia's first lap at a 13.299. Second lap will not be quicker. He will sit at a 13.299. The next car out there on the Speedway is that 53 machine, the Millertime Motorsports Bell IT Solutions, PPS, in Fort Worth, Texas. That is Larry Bell. Larry Bell on that 53 machine. First lap, he's going to be fourth quick at a 13.675. 13.675. Second lap for Bell will be quicker at a 5.09. 13.509 for Larry Bell. Next out there on the Speedway, going to be a wrap and stitch finish line repair. That's from Springfield, Illinois. It's the 56 machine of Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves in that 56 machine got himself a win on the year and looking for a second win. First lap at a 13.372. His win came at Bristol Motor Speedway, a big half mile. This is a half mile. Maybe this is going to set him up good. Second lap by, it will not improve on that time. He will sit 13.372 at fourth quick. Next car out there is going to be that 14 machine of Ben Wirt. Ben Wirt in the 14 machine. Ben Wirt has been absent from the dirt side. He's been in the asphalt and making some big strides over there, but as money's on the line, he shows up in the first lap at a 13.410. Second lap at a 4.90. Will be fifth on the board. Next car out there is going to be that 14 machine of Chase Wolf. Chase Wolf in the 14 machine. First lap around of the 13.665. 13.665. Second lap by, he's looking for just a little bit more, and he will get that. He will be second quick at a 13.273. Next car out there is that Randy Fritsch. He's in that 72 machine, Helms Racing and Company. He's looking for quick time here on his first lap. Coming across the line at a 13.562, a 13.562. Second lap for him is going to be improved. He's going to be sixth quick at a 13.393. Next it's out there is that 91 machine of Matt Grimm. Matt Grimm was an all-star and was promoted to the Outlaws this season in the 360s. He's not found himself a win, has a solid finishes. He is doing better as the season went on. His first lap at a 13.417. 13.417 for Matt Grimm. Second lap will be a little bit slower at a 13.509, so he will not improve. Next car out there is going to be Corey Jantz at a 138, so that 138 machine. Jantz on his first lap was a 13.728 to 13.728. Second lap will be quicker, and it will be considerably a lot quicker at a 13.320. Move him inside the top 5. Next out there is that Bitcoin machine. That is the 18 of Zach Dykstra. Dykstra has a win on the season. And coming into Eldora Speedway on his first lap at a 13.572. 13.572. Across the line at a 13.354. Going to be 6th quick there for the 18 machine of Zach Dykstra. Next out there is a YOB Racing CNC Race Design from Bernie, Tasmania. That's the 26 of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens also looking for a way into the Race of Champions. He needs to do well tonight in that 26 machine. A win would lock him in his first lap at a 13.580. 13.580. second one will be quicker to 13.25. That's going to be 6 quick for Sean Stevens. Next guy out there, that's going to be the 51, Speed Shop 51 of Clayton Tilley. Clayton Tilley on the throttle here for his first lap. Takes it to the high side in 3 and 4. 13.694 on his first lap for Clayton Tilley. Clayton Tilley, quick time at a 13.243. Quick time for Clayton Tilley. The next driver was slated for Ross Kaiser. He has not unloaded the car off of the trailer as we speak. So Ross Kaiser does not show up here in the pits. As it is going to be the 97 of Alex Hanna out there in his spot there. Alex Hanna turned a 13.358 on his first lap, and his first lap is going to be the best of the two. So Hanna's going to be sitting 9th quick there in the 97 machine. Next car out there, that 20 or the 66 machine of Jason Haynes. Jason Haynes in the 66 machine there. His first lap at a 13.397, 13.397. The second lap at a 13.442 will not improve on that time. So we'll move on to the next driver, and that's that 17 of Ty Shobilak from Chillicothe, Ohio. Ty Shobilak into the wall in turns 1 and out of the exit of 3 and 4. So really messed up his first lap, which is also going to affect his second lap here. His first lap right now at a 13.238. He's going to cross the line on this one at a 13.330. Comes back off of something there. He's qualifying 8th there. Your last car to take time tonight is going to be the 00 of Jeff Flaro. Jeff Flaro in the 00. Jeff Flaro on his first lap at a 13.460, 13460 for Jeff Flaro on his first lap. Second lap will be just a little bit slower, so 16th for Jeff Flaro. That concludes all of your qualifying session. We'll be back right after this short commercial break.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, welcome back to Eldora Speedway, and we are getting you set for your heat racing action here. Heat race number 1 is going to be gridding up out there on the Speedway. See the cars are starting to grid up there on the front stretch there on the exit of pit lane there in turns number 1. Here's how heat race number 1 is going to look starting on the pole in this one in the 26 machine. That's going to be Sean Stevens. Starting second in the 04 machine, that is going to be Tyler Street. Starting third in the 51 machine, it's going to be Clayton Tilley. Starting fourth in the 97, it's going to be Alex Hanna. Starting fifth in the 66, it's going to be Jason Haynes. And rounding out in that sixth position, the 00 of Jeff Flaro. Sean Stevens looking really nice here, sitting on the pole here of this one. He needs a really good night to get himself in the race of champions. We figured he'd put his best foot forward. He's starting here on the pole here in this heat race and see if he's able to get it done here on the inside row of row number 1. The flag is waving out in the Speedway for your first heat race of the night. John Stevens leads that first lap and gets himself out to a pretty favorable margin there. About 2-3 car leads over Tyler Street that runs in second. Clayton Tilley runs in that third position. Right now this track is still very, very tacky. Look there as the fastest times it's turned there on those first couple laps. Clayton Tilley is the fastest out there on the Speedway, but times are very, 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 very close with everyone. Side-by-side racing back here for that fourth position with Jeff Flaro and Alex Hanna, but it's still Sean Stevens leading the way up front. Now Tyler Street and Clayton Tilley starting to get close to each other as Clayton Tilley is going to try to pounce all over that 4-star machine to try to take over that second position. 5 laps down of the 8-lap race here. Clayton Tilley still runs in that third position, trails right behind Tyler Street. Alex Hanna runs in the fourth position. Top 3 here will transfer out of this one. The rest will be stacked up in the B main. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4, looking for the white flag, this time by for Sean Stevens. White flag is waving out in the Speedway for him. Tyler Street gets a big fight to the top side of the racetrack to get momentum down the backstretch. Here comes Clayton Tilley to the inside. He's going to try to put a slider on the 4 machine of Tyler Street. He'll come to the line side by side. Tyler Street will hold on to that second position, and Clayton Tilley will get the final transfer spot with Sean Stevens winning it. We got heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 is out there on the Speedway now. Starting on the pole in this one, the 17 of Ty Shobilak. Starting in the second position, the 49 of Ryan Avelia. Starting third in the 11 machine, that is Kenny Hoffman. And Kenny Hoffman also the points leader tonight. Starting in that fourth position, again, the 56 of Randy Shreese. Fifth is Ben Dwart, and sixth is Larry Bell. That is the top 6 here in this heat race, and your top 3 will transfer into tonight's A main. 8 laps will be the distance in heat race number 2. iRacing Pace Truck lights are out. It's dipping into the Speedway pit road as we're about to let that 17 released here out of turns number 4. Green flag is waving in the air. Kenny Hoffman putting a big move on his teammate there, Ryan Avelia. Kind of pitches him to the wall a little bit. Ryan Avelia in the wall all over the track here as he's trying to keep that thing together. He drops several positions here. Ryan Villa clear back into the 6th position after starting on the pole here. He's got some work to do now to get into a final transfer spot as he makes some big moves back here in the back, and he's going to have to. That's for 3 laps into the 8-lap race. Kenny Hoffman in that 2nd position right now and looking for the race lead with Ty Shobilak. So Ty Shobilak still your race leader up front right now. Look at the fastest lap that is turned in this race right now. Kenny Hoffman is the fastest out there. Look on back here with Ryan Avelia. He's going to try to work on Larry Bell for that 4th position. He still need to pick up 2 more positions to get to that final transfer spot. He looks to the inside of Larry Bell. That's side by side for that position. Randy Shreves just ahead of him now, as Ryan Avelia will take that position away from Larry Bell momentarily. Larry Bell puts a move back to the inside and reclaims that position away from Ryan Avelia. Back up front, Ty Shobilak has been leading this one and is looking good up front. Last lap times, you look at it, Randy Shreves actually really fast in this one. Is the fastest out here on the speedway, and he runs in that 3rd position trying to close in on Kenny Hoffman. Ryan Avelia still working on Larry Bell back here as the white flag waves. Ty Shobilak looking to lock up his win here in heat race number 2. Start on the outside of row number 1 in the feature. Ty Shobilak gets it done. Kenny Hoffman in 2nd, and Randy Shreves 3rd. Ryan Avelia still 4th, and he will go to the B main. We got your next heat race out here on the speedway, and starting on the pole in this one is going to be the 18 machine of Zach Dykstra. 2nd will be Corey Jansen in the 138. 3rd will be Chase Wolf in the 14. 4th will be Randy Fritsch in the 72. 5th will be the 91 of Matt Grimm. 6th will be Eric Whitner in that 17 machine. iRacing pace truck lights are out. It's going to be on the command of that 18 machine, Zach Dykstra. He's trying to set himself up good here for tonight's night before. Set the weekend up right. It may snowball for you for the big one on Sunday night. An 18 machine looking for a win here in heat race number 3. We got green flag flying in the air. Dykstra will lead that first lap out front. Corey Jansen was trying to hold on to that 2nd position, but Chase Wolf is going to reclaim it back there. And the 14 machine, Randy Fritsch on back in here, trying to get underneath Corey as they go side by side down the front stretch. Randy looking pretty good down there on the bottom side, and a little contact with Corey with the right rear just a little bit with that 72 machine. They somehow hold on to it, but Eric Whitner was able to capture several positions there as Eric Whitner now looking for that 3rd position as he runs 4th right now. Randy Fritsch has the final transfer spot. Chase Wolf runs in that 2nd position right now. Here comes Chase Wolf. Big, hard slider on your race leader. Comes to the top side. As you've seen right there, Zach Dykstra got into the wall a little bit there. Was a little scared. Here comes a big move by Chase, and clips him in the front there. just, wow, big side-by-side racing there with Whitner. We're all over the speedway there for a moment. As we've got 3 laps to go. As they come across the line, we'll have 2 to go. Chase Wolf is your race leader right now. Zach Dykstra runs second. Here comes another big hard slider by Zach Dykstra and Randy Shreeds. Randy Fritsch will take over that second position. Fritsch and Dykstra back and forth the line. It was side by side at the line. 2 points to call. It's going to go to Randy Fritsch. Zach Dykstra will come home in that third position as they still battle side by side. As, man, Eric Whitner with a big time move there on the exit of 4 for the checkers there. But not going to be enough, as it's going to be Chase Wolf winning it. Randy Fritsch in the second position, and Eric Whitner will claim that third position. Zach Dykstra, wow, that was crazy. A lot of action going around the speedway there. Hard to keep up with all that racing action going around there in heat race number 3. All right, folks, we are getting you set for another great one. With your B-Main. This B-Main's going to be interesting, as starting on the pole in this one, there's some really good drivers that are sitting on pit road here in this B-Main, as all of them will make tonight's A-Main. And this is just based on placement and where you're going to start from 10th on back in the feature. Starting on the pole in this one, number 97, that's Alex Hanna. Starting second, the 49 of Ryan Avelia. Starting third, the 18 of Zach Dykstra. Fourth will be the 00 of Jeff Flero. Fifth will be the 53 of Larry Bell. 6th will be the 91 of Matt Grimm. 7th will be the 66 of Jason Haynes. 8th will be the 14 of Ben Wart. And 9th will be the 138 of Corey Jans. We got 12 laps in this one. 12 laps to fill out the remaining 10 on back in the A-Main. Green flag is waving. Alex Hanna will lead the first lap, but there's a lot of pressure on Ryan Avelia running in that second position right now in the 49 machine. One spot is the difference here as he makes that pass. He could start 10th in tonight's feature if he can hold on to that spot right there. But they're going to swap positions as Alex Hanna reclaims that lead back from Ryan Avelia. Zach Dykstra on back here gets into the wall there on the back stretch. Opens up the door for Jeff Flero. Jeff Flero now into the wall. Down off the wall, Matt Grimm follows right in behind him. Side by side, slider after slider for the leaders here with Ryan Avelia and Alex Hanna putting the show on here in the B-Main. Here comes Ryan Avelia back to the bottom side. He will retake the lead there momentarily as the 97 will try to drive right back underneath Ryan Avelia. Drag race down the backstretch. Ryan Avelia will hold on to their race lead now and try to hold off Alex Hanna. As Alex Hanna got in the wall back there, may have messed up a little bit to his car there, as that opened up the door for Zach Dykstra to close the back bumper of him. Matt Grimm running well there in the 91 machine, running fourth. That fifth position, the 00 of Jeff Flero. Then Ward back there in the wall just a little bit on the exit of 4. Ryan Avelia is still your race leader and has extended it by some bit of a margin. As you look at the average over the last 5 laps or so, you can see Ryan Avelia is absolutely dominating it here in the over a 5-lap average. Alex Hanna runs in that second position. Matt Grimm has that third position momentarily with Zach Dykstra on the bottom. So Matt Grimm moved him up a position. Zach Dykstra's car has been going backwards in the heat race and is now going backwards in the B-Main. He's got that car tuned the wrong way tonight. He's going to have to get that thing fixed before tomorrow. Ryan Avelia still out front leading it. He comes out of turns number 3 and 4. He's going to look for the 2 fingers in the air. 2 to go for Ryan Avelia. Ryan Avelia exiting 4, white flag flying in the air for him. one more final trip around the Speedway. In the 3 and 4, Ryan Aveli is going to get B-Main win. Alex Hanna in second, Matt Grimm third. Fourth will be Zach Dykstra. And fifth will be Jeff Flaro. Sixth will be Corey Jansen. Seventh will be Larry Bell. Eighth will be Jason Haynes. And ninth will be Ben Ward. When we come back, we're going to have your A-Main event coming up here in just a few moments from now.
Pinched off a porcupine, wrestled out a wrecking ball, pushed through the pineapple. Trying to pass an elephant, rolled out a watermelon, strained until you turned a shade of ooh.
When pooping is painful, rely on doctor-recommended Colace to soften that stool and make it easier to go. With no stimulants. Colace, for a number 2
That's easy to do.
Sir Jeremy, you are a true friend of the crown. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Madam Susan, you are an even truer friend of the crown. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
What is that?
This is a spiced honey mead wine that I have really been into lately. So, dilly dilly, right?
Please follow Sir Brad. He's going to give you a private tour of the Pit of Misery.
I'm sorry, what? Pit of misery, dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Here's to the friends you can always count on. Bud Light, brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
Welcome back for the night before the Kings of Millertime. And this one's going to be a good showdown. As your points is coming to a close, does look like Kenny Hoffman's looking really good coming into this one, as he looks to be your points leader, or points winner, I should say, as he's gotten 3 wins on the season. He's looking for 4 here to start his night or his weekend off the right way in the 11 machine. As we are moments away from going green flag racing here, as the cars working the track here. As they do, we will take a look at some of the drivers out there on the Speedway. Does look like the officials are ready to go green flag racing here. So we're going to get your lineup here in just a minute. All right, starting on the pole in this one. Oh, you got it. That 14 machine of Chase Wolf. He won his heat race. And he's going to be starting on the front row of this one. Chase Wolf in the 14 machine. Starting second, the 17 of Ty Shobilak. Starting third, the 26 of John Stevens. Starting fourth is going to be Tyler Street in the 4-star machine. Fifth will be Kenny Hoffman. Kenny Hoffman in the 11. 6th will be the 72 of Randy Fritsch. 7th will be the 51 of Clayton Tilley. 8th will be the 56 of Randy Shreves. 9th will be the 71 of Eric Whitner. 10th will be Ryan Abelia in the 49. 11th will be the 97 of Alex Hanna. 12th will be the 91 of Matt Grimm. 13th is going to be Zach Dykstra in the 18. 14th will be the 00 of Jeff Flaro. 15th will be the 138 of Corey Jans. 16th will be the 53 of Larry Bell. 17th will be the 66 of Jason Haynes. And rounding out the field in the 18th position will be the 14 of Ben Ward. The lights are out on the iRacing pace truck as we get ready to go green flag here out of turns number 3 and 4 for 35 laps of the night before the Kings of Millertime. Flag is waving out in the Speedway. Chase Wolf is your big contact with Sean Stevens there. He's making big moves up through the field with Ty Chobialak. Sean Stevens up into the 2nd position early in on this one. Clayton Tilley up into the 4th position. Kenny Hoffman running in the 3rd position. Kenny Hoffman up to the top side of the raceway as his teammate Clayton Tilley works the bottom side of the raceway. Big time moves going all over the track. You can see over there on the left-hand side the red and green arrows. That is position change in this race. As we have our first caution flag of the night. First caution flag of the night is on here as we take a look at what happened there. Little contact with Eric Whitner and looked like Eric Whitner and Tyler Street there. Just a little contact, and then the 17 went around. So first caution flag of this one early in on this race. Still Sean Stevens doing what he needs to do right now, running inside the top 3. He's looking to secure himself a spot in the race for champions. They will double file restart here. Flag is waving out in the Speedway. Chase Wolf got a good start there on the initial restart. It's Kenny Hoffman, big slider in front of Sean Stevens. You can see they just clipped, and that really hurt Hoffman more than anything as he put a hard slider in there trying to make it stick went over the nose of that 26 machine. It did not help Hoffman at all as he got the bad end of the stick on that one. Clayton Tilley moves up into the 3rd position. He runs the top side of the raceway. 72 of Randy Fritsch into the 4th position right now. He's up 2 spots. And Ryan Abelia, which, remember, he started 10th. He was in the B main. He's all the way up into the 4th position as cars gather together or back in here as caution flag is going to be waving on this one. That 17 machine looked like he went around. As we are under caution again, your second caution for the night before the Kings. So we will take a look at what happened here. And Randy Fritsch up into the wall there a little bit, slowed his momentum. The 17 caught to the back end. The 17 in the wall and topples against the wall. He looks to get a tow. He'll be a single car that had some issues here Unfortunate for Ty Shelby, like not the way you want to start this weekend. And now, as he was starting way up inside the top 5, and now he is sitting in the pits looking for that tow. Chase Wolf, still your race leader right now. That is part of Helms Racing. Helms Racing right now leading the way here the night before the Kings of Millertime. Randy Fritsch, also a Helms driver. Randy Fritsch has now scored one back in here. He had some issues there. He's running inside the top 4. Got a little wall there as caution came out. So we'll try to re-rack them and restack them here. Double file restart once again. So we'll try to go a couple more laps here. Still your race leader is the 14 machine of Chase Wolf. On the outside of him is Sean Stevens looking for a race win. Green flag is waving. Chase Wolf got a good start there on Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens will tail back in on the top side of the raceway. Getting Hoffman back in the mix here, up inside the top 5. Ryan O'Malley is still running in that 4th position right now and looking after Clayton Tilley. See, he was in the wall a little bit there, and that opened up the door for Zach Dykstra. Dykstra working the bottom side of the raceway. We've seen him fall in the heat race and the B-main. Now you're starting to see that car coming alive for the A-main. Abe made the right moves on that car. He's up 7 spots in this race. He's your hard charger right now in this race. Big side-by-side racing with Tyler Street and Zach Dykstra. 3 wide there on the exit of 4. They come down the front stretch. Ryan Avelli still holds on to that 4th position with Clayton Tilley running the top side in that 3rd position. Sean Stevens runs 3rd, and still Chase Wolf is your race leader. Looking at the last 5 lap average, though, still Chase Wolf is your fastest out there. Take a look at the last lap and see who's the fastest out there. Still Chase Wolf, still doing what he needs to do. It's being the fastest guy leading the pack right now. Eric Whitner now in the mix. He is up into the 6th position after having some trouble early. Kenny Hoffman in the wall, and Whitner has to dip to the bottom side of the raceway. Good green flag run here of a 35-lap race. Side-by-side racing action here up front for that top 5 position. Hoffman in the wall just a little bit there. You have to get close to the wall with these cars around Eldora Speedway. That's the preferred line around here. Sean Stevens still trying to close the gap on your race leader right now. Zach Dykstra into the 7th position. Still a hard battle right here. It's a cluster of 4 cars battling it on. Zach Dykstra, Tyler Street, Kenny Hoffman, and Alex Hanna there in the 9th position, just inside the top 10. Run down the order here. Chase Wolf still your race leader. Sean Stevens runs in the 2nd position. Clayton Tilley runs in the 3rd position. Ryan Avelli starts to close the gap on his teammate. Eric Whitner in the 5th position. Tyler Street runs 6th. 7th is Zach Dykstra. 8th is Kenny Hoffman. 9th is Alex Hanna. 10th is Matt Grimm. That is your top 10 right now. Still looking at these top 2 drivers. They're kind of separating themselves from Clayton Tilley right now. Last time by a 1/10 of a second faster, Sean Stevens was on Chase Wolf. Here comes Sean Stevens to the back bumper, the 14 of Chase Wolf. Sean Stevens wants the win to secure himself in the race of champions, and he's trying to do it up front with Chase Wolf leading it right now. Can Chase Wolf hold off the 26? Here comes Sean Stevens with a big slider. Slide job by the Australian, the 26. A crossover move by Chase Wolf. Chase Wolf reclaims the lead there in turns 1 and 2. Sean Stevens with the drop underneath. Side-by-side drag race down the backstretch. Hard slider once again for the 26. Chase Wolf in the wall a little bit. That spoils his momentum, but here comes Chase Wolf back to the bottom to try a slider once again. He'll stick it to the bottom, and Sean Stevens will reclaim the lead. Sean Stevens has now taken over the race lead. 22 laps in, Sean Stevens has taken command here at Eldora Speedway. Back in here, Clayton Tilley is still dropping. Right now, Sean Stevens is on fire right now and is absolutely tearing down these lap times up front. Ryan Avelia runs in the 4th position, and Tyler Street is inside the top 5 after getting by Whitner. You can see Sean Stevens is really, really fast when you look at the last lap times. We'll look at the last 5 lap average and see where the guys are stacking up. Sean Stevens in the 7s and Clayton Tilley in the 7s, but it's Sean Stevens the fastest out there right now. Zach Dykstra and Kenny Hoffman. Kenny Hoffman is in some trouble holding on to that car as he's starting to drop in this race. He's back into the 8th position now. He's dropped 3 spots from the start of this one. Back up front, Sean Stevens still leading this race. Good green flag, solid green flag running here. As can anybody catch Sean Stevens? Clayton Tilley runs in the 3rd position. Tyler Street runs in the 5th position. Eric Whitner in the 6th position. Zach Dykstra runs 7th. On back in here, we take some notable looks. Randy Fritsch, he's dropped some positions, 5 spots from the beginning of this race to that 72 machine. He runs 11th right now. Randy Shreves runs 12th. He's down 4 spots from the start of this race. The biggest winner right now, as far as placement and movement, is going to be Ryan Avelia and Zach Dykstra. Give it to Ryan Avelia coming out of the V main. He's running 4th right now and looks pretty good out there. Last 5 lap average, he's in the 8s right now, which is comparable with the race leader. The leader just under the 8 mark at a 7.91. Sean Stevens still running rails and starting to catch lap traffic. Lap traffic running the bottom side of the raceway. 31 laps of a 35 lap race. This is a great race here as lap traffic may come into play as lap traffic starts to look to the bottom side of the raceway to give way to the race leader up top. Sean Stevens has a massive gap over Chase Wolf right now. As you can see, that margin has been getting bigger and bigger over Chase Wolf. Sean Stevens looking to make himself a winner the very last race of the night and set himself up for the night before. And he is looking to be king of this Eldora Speedway for the 4th one. Can he do it? Can he make a full sweep this weekend? Right now, he's looking really, really strong out there. Does anybody have anything for that 26 machine of Sean Stevens? Comes out of turns number 4. White flag waves for that 26 of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens looking for his first win on the season and push himself into the race of champions and busting out Larry Bell out of this one. Checker flag waves for Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens gets your win. Chase Wolf comes home in the 2nd position. Clayton Tilley rounds out the 3rd podium position. Ryan Avelia, good outing for him. Passed several cars. Got up to the 4th position. Not much more he could do there. He was in the B main. Tyler Street with a top 5 again. Has several of those to contend with this season. Eric Whitner, 6th. 7th was Zach Dykstra. 8th was Alex Hanna. 9th was Matt Grimm. And rounding out the 10th and final spot was Kenny Hoffman. And Kenny Hoffman is going to do enough to win your points season this year. Kenny Hoffman in that 11 machine. He's your points leader. And he has to be pretty happy about that one as he's $100 richer on the night. Sean Stevens, though, he's your winner on the night. And he gets it done and puts the thing in victory lane there. You can see him sitting high atop Eldora Speedway in the 26 machine as we'll have interviews with your winner, your 2nd place finisher, and Clayton Tilley here in just a few moments.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Can we give you?
Welcome back to Eldora Speedway, and we just seen this one conclude up with Sean Stevens getting your victory here, and well deserved for that 26 machine, and was the man to really beat out there. He was fast all night long. We'll get to talking to him in just a second, as we'll talk to Clayton Tilley first. Let me grab Clayton Tilley. As we can see, Clayton Tilley, you finished third tonight. A good start for the weekend. We heard earlier, when money's on the line, you show up. What's it going to take to beat that 26? As he looked very, very fast out there.
The extra 15 laps will do it. We were trying to get our stuff ready for the 2 money races tomorrow night, so there was no money for me to really win tonight, so it's just a matter of using it as a good test session, and we were close. A couple more adjustments, I think we'll be good, and then the extra 15 laps, we should have more than enough.
Yeah, we look at the last 5 laps in that race, and you and Ryan Avelia both were faster than the race leader, so you may be onto something there, as a longer race may be just what the doctor orders for you. You finish in the 3rd position, setting yourself up fairly well for tonight, and we go in tomorrow for the Race of Champions. You're locked into that one for some money there, and then we're on for the Kings of Millertime. What did you learn? What was some takeaways here at this track tonight? Because you said you're using this as potential for some testing, some knowing what to expect at the Kings of Millertime. What did you take away from here?
I just got to find a tiny bit more pace early race. So if we are in a position like we were tonight, starting 7th, we can make those passes early, get them out the way, and then set our race up for the rest of the race. So we just got to find a little bit more pace and probably tighten it just a tiny bit more, and I think we'll be sweet. And I think we've almost got our package dialed for 50 laps, and it's just a matter of making the driver do his job, and I think we can do it.
Well, congratulations on that podium finish and starting off strong on the weekend. Clayton Tilley brings her home third. I imagine you got some sponsors out there.
Yeah, mate, yep. Just got to thank speedshop51.com, obviously, all your setups. Trackside Collective, CT Design, CD Cinematography, pretty much everyone else that makes it happen over at Momentum Sim Sport. We're doing pretty well as of recently. Got all our drivers into Pro Series, so we're just using these hitouts as a good practice session with Eldora for 410s on Monday too. So the more laps we can get around that joint, the better, and we'll keep going from there.
We'll see you tomorrow for the Race of Champions. We know you're at Australian time, so you're going to have to wipe the sleep out of your eyes and get up on that wheel for that payday tomorrow at noon. Congratulations again on the 3rd place. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, mate.
All right, we're going to get your 2nd place finisher, and that was Chase Wolf. He ran a solid race here. He finishes in the 2nd position. He started on pole here, slipped up just a little bit, and Sean Stevens was able to get around you there. Good battle between you two there in the middle of the race. Was there anything that you had for Sean Stevens, maybe if this race was a 50-lapper for the Kings of Millertime, that it's going to be?
Well, Eldora's just always such a even track all the time. If you screw up at all and someone gets, a half a second to a second lead to you, you just don't have enough time in like a 35 lap race, but maybe a 50 lap race with a caution or something, I would have had a chance, but everyone's so even here. The race was pretty much over once he got out front by a second.
Yeah, so we talked to Clayton Tilley. He said that this was kind of a learning curve for him, a little test session for what's to come for the big race tomorrow night. What did you take away from this race that you're going to be able to use tomorrow night?
I really don't think anything. Maybe just a slight setup adjustment, if anything. But besides that, Eldora is pretty much the same track every time you come to it. I was surprised the middle came in. I wasn't ready for that through 1 and 2. But the track's usually just up top banging the boards. So just ready for that tomorrow.
Well, congratulations on the podium finish there, finishing second and setting yourself up for some kind of momentum for this weekend for the big race. You got some sponsors out there you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Here's Speed Shop, Beanbag Designs, of course, my teammates over at Helms Racing Inc., Majula Speed Shop for the crazy fast setups that they come out with every week, and just anyone who supports and hangs out in our Discord. Just everyone in general is always a huge help to us.
Well, congratulations again on that second place finish. We'll see you tomorrow when we tackle the fourth king awaits.
Yep, thank you.
All right, we're going to talk to your race winner, and it's been some time since I've talked to this guy in Victory Lane, and that is Sean Stevens, the 26th. First off, how's it feel to get the first win of the season coming at the last race of the year?
Oh, mate, means heaps. Absolutely means heaps. Just to clinch myself in that race of champions tomorrow. I'd been practicing all week this week just to dial in my setup, get it right, and I think I got it dialed in for the feature tonight.
Absolutely. Once you got around Chase Wolf, it was pretty much you're checking out. You was catching lap traffic. You were looking good out there. What did you learn from tonight's race that is going to set you up for the Kings of Miller tomorrow night?
I just think just practice time. You jump in the seat and do practice time, get yourself dialed in, and that helps a lot. When you just jump, when this season I haven't had much opportunity to jump on the sim race, so I haven't had much practice. But you get in, you do your practice, you understand the track that you're racing on, and you dial your setup in. I think that helps a lot too. It actually helped for once starting up the front in the feature. I've been picking the high pill draws each week, and which hasn't really helped me much. But I started off the front row in my heat, and I did enough to hold off Tilly, and I started up the front in the feature, and that's all I needed.
Yeah, so we look at going forward tomorrow. You're in a race of champions, so you've got an early morning for you. I think, what is that going to be, about 4 o'clock in the morning Australian time for you?
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be up and I'll be ready for it.
Yeah, so he's going to be taking the sleep out of his eyes, getting ready for that one. And man, you looked really fast here. You want to try to carry that momentum over. Of course, the track is going to be a lot different for tomorrow. One, you're only going to have 12 cars out there. But when we talk about the Kings of Millertime, that's the one that I've talked to you, and that's one that you've had your eyes set on since you first came over to Millertime Motorsports, and you want that title, King Sean Stevens the fourth. What is it going to take to win that? Because it's going to be so much different than tonight. Tonight we only had 18 cars. We're going to have several more cars, and then the feature is even longer. What is it going to absolutely take for you to sit in victory lane tomorrow night?
Absolutely. We've got a stacked field going into the Kings of Millertime, tougher competition this year round. That is the title that I want. And I'll definitely be trying everything I can to get up there.
Well, congratulations again on the win and locking yourself in for the race of champions. We will see you tomorrow as hopefully this momentum continues on, and maybe, just maybe, you could sweep the weekend. Congratulations again, Sean. I imagine you got some sponsors out there.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to everyone watching there at YOB, all our supporters and that. I thank you heaps. I'll give a shout out to Catalysm Computers, LCJ Carpentry, and a massive shout out to Tim Ryan at Speed Factory.
All right, congratulations again. We will see you tomorrow for the big show. All right, that's all we have here at Eldora Speedway for tonight. The night before the Kings of Millertime show is over. Sean Stevens gets the win, and he's locked himself in for the Race of Champions. We'll be live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't want to miss out on that one. That's going to be a fun one. All your winners and your very, very top in points there to make out 12 cars to race for an extra $100 there. Several other dollars out there for second, third, fourth, and on through the fields. But $100 out there on the line. And before we go, we got to remind you, tomorrow night, you do not want to miss that show. That is the Kings of Millertime. The fourth king awaits. The previous king, Clayton Tilley, finished third tonight. Can he stay on the throne tomorrow night? We shall see. 7 p.m. Eastern Time is the race. Don't miss the pre-race show again at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you all back here at Eldora tomorrow. The journey of a season shows ups and downs. It's what takes place when you're down that determines what kind of man you are. As the sun rises upon the big three at the Big E, many drivers' quest to be king started very early. It's go time for these drivers, and what has went right for some and wrong for many. Tonight, these drivers get to rewrite the script from the lows. Who shows scars, wounds from battles? Who here needs to rewrite their script? Grass Kaiser goes upside down. Deli slams forward into the wall. And we have absolute carnage on the front stretch. Walkman goes up in the air, end over end. And after this wreck on the backstretch, several of these cars are going home. It's time to rewrite the script.